Hi, I'm Shriya. I will be connecting with my friend today, Shilpa Reddy. Um, and so I have to send her a request. Shilpa is this wonderful woman. She's super hot, super beautiful, um, super pretty. I just am waiting for her to. Hey Shilpa, you have to send me a request. Have you sent me a request? Let's see. Well, I actually met her yesterday for something very special, and we spoke about sustainability and all that she's doing and her amazing project. I literally had a little girl crush on her. She is just so amazing. She's a superwoman, and I thought you guys should meet her with me in my life. Shilpa darling, send me a request. As much as I like. Okay. So we're talking about small things that we all can do, you and me, to make this planet greener. To talk about sustainability and to talk about small steps that we can take, which will lead to bigger changes. So if you have any questions and anything that you want to talk about or you want us to talk about, please shoot them right now. We will be happy to talk about it. And small things that I've started doing and I've been doing for a long time, is I always carry my own handbag when I'm going for shopping, grocery shopping. And my mom started doing this years ago. I carry my own water bottle, not a plastic one, but a metal bottle. And so those are the small little things that I do. I'm more conscious about what I'm eating, what I'm doing. And yeah, I'm trying to scroll down if you guys have any questions. I've just accepted Shilpa. Ready? Yes!
Hey,
Hello, beautiful. I was just hoping that we connect soon
I'm
because
not
I'm not
so
a
good with
very.
lives.
No, me, not me. Okay, so like I just was telling people that I just had a little girl crush on you because of all the
Oh,
amazing things that you're doing. Um,
I saw
yeah,
you
you're
when you were 16.
damn. It's been many years. It's been like
Yeah,
so many years.
I know, right?
But you've been as hot as you were before, and you become hotter.
Oh.
Like every time I see your workout videos, and I'm like, wow, what is she doing? How's she been doing?
You're doing great, Shreya. Come on.
From Mrs. India to today, how's your journey been?
I never thought I would take this path, so definitely nothing that I planned ever in my life.
Yeah, and what led you to want to participate in Mrs. India?
I always wanted to be Miss India, but then I had strict parents who wouldn't allow me to take part in Miss India because
Yeah,
it was, yes, I mean, they were protective, you know. I understand where they come from. Hell bent. I have to win a pageant. That was a mad thing that I always had. And I have a wonderful, supportive husband. So before even I got married to him, I said, you know what? I missed out on Miss India. You have to allow me to go for Mrs. India. And he was
how
so
sweet.
kind enough, not even kind enough, more understanding. He said, yeah, why not? And you won't believe my mom-in-law and sister-in-law. My mom-in-law was a fashion designer in those days, and you know Kirti, my sister-in-law. So they helped me with a designer, photographer to do a portfolio, and it was like a whole family coming together to send me to this pageant.
How lovely is that? How
Yeah.
beautiful. It's amazing how when you let a woman fly, when you give her wings, how far she can fly and what beautiful
Yeah.
dreams she can achieve.
It's very important, you know, when a man is extremely secured, he can let a woman, his woman fly, and I'm fortunate with that.
Yeah. Um, and then then Deva was born, and then your life changed completely. How did that?
I didn't wanted a child for 7 years after marriage because I felt I was not ready mentally. Even today I tell people that don't have a child just because you want to have a child. You have to be mentally prepared because it's a huge responsibility to bring a life onto the planet. And if you're not
Yeah.
able to put in your 100% in seeing and looking for all his or her needs, just to finish a job in your life is not, I mean, that never sat well with me. So though my parents, in-laws wondered why the hell am I not having a child for 7 long years, my husband understood and he said like whenever you're ready. So we traveled the whole world, had enough of it. Then when I really longed for a child and when I really wanted to share that love and I prepared to take up the responsibility, I said now is the time. So life did
But
change a lot.
same with me. I think I needed to work. I needed to do what I was doing, and when
Exactly.
I was ready for it, it happened. And I'm so grateful. I'm sure even you are that
Right.
um, these beautiful souls, mine, Radha, and yours, they chose us. They chose your body. Um,
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I
I believe
always,
that too.
I'm very grateful for that. But after that, how was your journey about losing weight? And you said that the whole sustainability thing came to you after that.
So, sustainability is something that you can sustain for many years, whether it's your relation, whether it's your health, whether it's any ideologies that you hold for yourself. Only if you can sustain them for a long time, they work for you. That's sustainability. So health was something always a top priority for me and my husband. And also I grew up in a family, my father was an athlete, so eating right, eating enough was always inculcated in us. My father used to say you should have so much food that if someone else offers you another meal, you should still have place in your stomach to eat another meal. So that's the way you monitor your portions. So that stayed in my mind. And so sustaining my health was always there. So I was always into training, you know that. And having Deva, it was very easy for me to bounce back because I tell people that your body is preparing for childbirth. It will only put on that much weight which is necessary for that childbirth, whether it's the fluids in your body, the blood, the liters in the blood in your body, the blood goes up, and the necessary fats. But once the body is done with giving birth to a child, then it is very easy. If you little work upon it, it can lose it all and can bounce back to how it was before. It's just
Yeah.
that you should not let it be for long. It becomes stubborn weight. That's the only
Yeah.
trick. You have to get back to work and into a life active lifestyle as soon as you can after childbirth.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Me, it was hard for me to lose weight, but I worked really hard. Um, yeah, but I didn't
You
put on
got
that
back to
much
work. You
in
did,
eight
and you
months.
got back to work pretty fast. Like, if you have an
Eight
active
months.
lifestyle, 8 months is
Yeah,
not bad, Shriya. Come on.
it was hard. Eight
Not at
months,
all
I was
bad.
back at work. Yeah, yeah.
Six
It
to
just took
eight
eight
months
months.
is,
Yeah,
you're
yeah. But
perfect. Yeah,
it was hard, but yeah, my mom told me that this is a time you have to work on your body and give your best to Radha, and I did that. And all my
absolutely.
friends like you, they inspired me um, to get back. Um, because yeah, motherhood should be about loving your child, loving yourself, growing, learning new things. But yeah, you need to lose that weight. Shiva, okay, another thing, very, very smart, you told me yesterday, is that you became more aware after Theo was born. And that happened with
Right.
me too. What was your journey about that?
I feel motherhood teaches you the most beautiful, valuable lessons. You fall in love with your own self because you're
Yeah,
becoming this better person, and you want to, it's like your child is teaching you about life. It's the other way around. People think you must teach your children this and that. But if you keenly observe a child, they are teaching you the best life lessons you could ever learn. So Deva
yeah,
changed my life drastically. And so, to be wanting to be a better mother, because I'm receiving so much from him, I wanted to do everything right. Right meaning, see, nobody can be perfectly right, but the best that you can do from your perspective, 100% of what you can do, whether it's planning his food, whether it's being able to spend time, whether it's being able to read the right kind of books to him, making sure he's secured, safe, and happy. When a child is safe, secured, happy, and his environment is without stress, you don't have to teach anything. They will flourish into
Yeah,
great human
yeah,
beings.
yeah, yeah. But
So,
did you have that feeling? Because I had it because it was a COVID baby, and I felt like I wanted to bring Radha in a better world, and I wanted to contribute in making it a better world. So I was
right.
very scared into what kind of world I was bringing her, and
That's
it it did scare me a little bit. Did that happen to you?
See, I always was worried because I know the statistics as to how the world is going to unfold in the next few years. But what my guru keeps saying is don't go by what people predict because they're just assumptions. But when a human aspiration come together, we can break all the assumptions and can, prove what humanity is all about. So that hope was always there within me.
Yeah.
So I was not, yeah. So that positivity and trusting in human capacity and human intent and human integrity is what keeps me going. Sorry.
There's a sound which I hope it's not disturbing people. I don't know. It's coming from my phone or what. I don't know. Um, there is like I was reading when I was pregnant. I was reading about water and especially when your child is born, you have to boil the water and give it to them, and they're so vulnerable and there's you're so scared about everything and anything and about what you're feeding them, and that kind of led me
Right.
to reading a lot um, about the world that we're making, knowingly or unknowingly. Um, our water is polluted. We don't have enough land for farming. We need less meat eaters in this world.
Right.
Hard to accept. I've become a vegetarian in the last 2 years.
Wow.
I eat a little bit of fish, but I'm trying to leave that as well. When I was diving in Indonesia and I was diving in Maldives, I felt the coral reefs are dying. There's less ocean
Yes.
life. And when I was traveling with Andre, we realized he said that just all of a sudden he said there's less snowfall in Petersburg now. So the snowfall
Right.
has decreased, and all this is happening in last 20 years, 30 years maybe, and so it's kind of a little scary. Um,
Yes, it is.
what are those 5 things that you would want you think people should do to prevent um, the world that we're making the world into?
So, on different levels, we have different responsibilities. On a personal level, we can do a lot as an individual. Just managing the waste from your home can do wonders to landfills. It is said that we have produced more than the weight of all the living creatures on the planet, artificially made, man made trash, whether it's cement or metal or plastic. The weight is more than all the living creatures put together on the planet. So it's a
Wow.
scary fact. And there are many, many scary facts. We'll not get there. But on an individual level, everybody can stop using single use plastic.
Yeah.
So when I say plastic, people, us plastic warriors, some of them, even if they see a bucket in my video, oh, but you're using a plastic bucket. That's not the point. If you plastic is a wonderful material which is probably it's revolutionary because today's medical industry will collapse if there's no plastic. So it's not about plastic, but single-use plastic is a menace. So reducing plastic. Just give me a minute. I'll just have a sip of water.
While you're having a sip of water, I should tell you there's this guy who said, "I love you, Shilpa Reddy, ma'am, universal hero." You're very beautiful, gorgeous, divine beauty, model mom. I'm just reading out things, huh, for Shilpa? Wow,
Sorry
oh,
about
that's
that.
cute. Someone just spoke nice things about you. I thought you could.
Oh, come on, stop it,
Uh,
Shreya. So yeah,
oh my God, I love it.
stop it,
Yeah.
Shreya. So yeah, so plastic, you're your goofy, naughty self always.
No,
So plastic.
no, no. I totally agree with you. My mom, for instance, over the for many years,
Hmm.
wouldn't let us use plastic, and it was annoying to a point that she would make shoe bags and shopping
Huh.
bags, all made up of cloth, and so
You
she would
won't
stitch
believe.
them and take those bags to shopping. And now she doesn't want to use leather as well. So they know she doesn't want to use leather bags. So I have to find cloth bags for her, and I'm like, I don't know. And it's sad
Uh,
because big brands, big companies are not really making them. So
True.
it's a
It'll
process.
change. It'll change. Have you seen those big brands doing the shopping bag kind of cloth, the Dior? It almost looks like a normal shopping bag with fabric.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
big
It's
brands,
changing.
it's changing. It's changing. Definitely, it's changing. So plastic is the most important thing. Then recycling, upcycling, reusing, refusing plastic is
Yeah,
most important.
yeah.
Then composting, every house, no matter how big, how small, we have so many cheap units that you can use your kitchen waste and compost. If that's not possible, find an animal which eats
Correct.
all your peels and then give it to that animal.
You can always find an animal or a cow or whatever somewhere around in
Yeah,
your
absolutely.
locality.
and
Yeah,
and a thought before buying anything, before bringing anything into your house, just look and observe in this, what is going into the garbage, what is that I'm using, what can be recycled, what can be replaced, if not this, alternatives, what else can we find. So once you ask these
yeah,
five
yeah.
questions, you become so aware that even if I have to throw a stapler pin into the dustbin, I'm thinking twice because this might harm the person who is picking up the garbage. So I dig
Correct.
it up in my soil and then leave all the pins and needles. You don't trash them,
Wow.
without that thought.
Wow.
And when you're
Wow.
cutting
That is amazing.
simple things, and even when you're cutting a plastic bag which you get your atta and upma rava and all that, don't cut it all the way, because little particles are the ones which are swallowed by animals, and it is said every day close to 80 kgs of plastic is consumed by animals in urban areas. 80 kgs.
God,
And
God.
most of the deaths are because of plastic. So for your luxury and convenience, some other life is a threat. So just this thought, and looking at an object or anything that you bring in, asking those five questions will put you on the track. It'll keep you
Because all our
responsible.
food is contaminated because of all the and we are responsible for it. We're responsible for all the
Absolutely.
in the ocean life and animals and in the food. It's everywhere.
And
Um,
water everywhere. So that's on the
everywhere.
personal level. That's on the personal front. If you're a professional, check as to what kind of waste you're generating in your office. And if you have a packaging, what can you do to undo or change the packaging. If you're starting a business, think businesses that are sustainable and
Yeah.
planet friendly. And as a citizen, talk and voice your opinion for policy change. We are living in a democratic country. So instead of just doing your little thing, it'll have an
Correct.
impact. But as a citizen, you have to ask your leaders and authorities to have environmental issues to be addressed. Unless you
In
voice out,
school,
they will
in
not
college,
know.
wherever you are.
Everywhere,
Shiv,
yeah, absolutely.
Shiva, I want you to talk about your beautiful project that you're doing, which you haven't spoken about because you're very shy. But I'm very proud of you, and I'm super proud of what you've done with it.
Which one, the
One
show
second,
or the?
one second. Someone said, Shilpa, I think you are so hot and beautiful. Stereotype ahead. Aha! Shilpa,
Will
too hot,
wait? Let's
too
stop.
hot, too hot. Okay, tell me
Eh,
about the project.
which one, the show or the e-commerce website?
the e-commerce website. It's amazing.
Yeah, so I have to talk a little bit about the show to go to the e-commerce website. So, Sustainable Living with Shilpa Reddy is a show that I started last year, and this is mostly to kind of bring awareness. Okay,
I
so
was
I have a
wondering why
partner.
she's not calling me. She didn't call me for the whole season.
You will definitely be a part. Eh? What did I tell you? What did I tell you?
Okay, moving on, moving on. What are we talking about?
I shouldn't tell you anything. Anyways, so the show gained a lot of traction because a lot of people got to know what are the harms. What happens if you don't live sustainably, and many A-list celebrities and entrepreneurs have come onto my show and spoke out loud as to why it's the need of the hour. So that gained a lot of popularity, and we kept getting questions as to, okay, ma'am, you're saying all of this, but then where do we find all these things, like the alternatives?
Yeah,
They're like
yeah.
scattered all over different websites. So Kanti is my partner, our co-founders for Sustain Cart. So we sat down and brainstormed, and we said, like, let's create a platform where everything, sustainable, uh, everything in every category are available on that one platform. So it's easy for them, people who want to live sustainably or want conscious choices or alternatives for the ones they're using. Let them have one place where they can find kids wear, pet care, beauty, nutrition, home care, home decor, all categories except electronics. And we started this not knowing anything about e-commerce. We just wanted to
Yeah.
start because we wanted to create a platform. We didn't know anything as to how the bloody business works, and it is a lot of work. We only got to know after we dived into it.
Yeah.
So, but it's so gratifying, Shreya, because the kind of brands which are on the website are all humble brands who are trying to make a difference and trying to be ethical in their production, ethical in their packaging, with a purpose for their brand. So, to pool all of those kind of people under one platform with the same vision and ethos is so gratifying. And it's been a year. We didn't think that we would come this far, but many investors are really appreciating the idea, and we are getting very good funding and we're getting a lot of traction from big investors.
That's amazing. It's amazing. You're a super mom. Damn, a hot and a working mom, and you're doing
Oh,
much
God.
for. You're doing so much to give back to the planet.
Oh,
That's
thank you.
amazing. That is so amazing.
Thank you, darling.
I'm very, 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 very proud of you. Very proud of you.
And one thing proud about, what I'm proud of you, let me also say something about you, yeah. Shreya is somebody who has a clean heart, completely clean heart. There is no envy, jealousy, manipulation, nothing. Just like a plain, clean paper, transparent. And she's always somebody who believes to encourage, appreciate, and generously compliment. Sometimes a little too much.
Thank you. No, you deserve all the compliments, Shilpa. I mean, it's amazing that you're doing this. It also kind of gives hope to a lot of women out there.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of time you feel like, oh, I don't know what to do. But if you believe in yourself, and if you have something that, like, for instance, you believe in sustainability, or you have
Whatever
the
you,
direction. So
whatever one believe in.
whatever you believe in, and if you put your heart into it, you can do wonders. And so
Absolutely.
I don't think you should ever limit yourself. Like, look at you, what you're
Right.
doing. You're a mom. You really work on your body, on your mind, on yourself, and now you're giving back to the planet. So it's really important. And I feel whatever you do, somewhere you have to give back to this beautiful
Absolutely.
planet. I was watching some beautiful stand-up comedy where this guy said that we talk about saving the planet will save itself.
Yeah, exactly. We have to say,
One big flood or one big meteoroid, and some shit can happen, and it'll save itself. But what about you? You know, talk
we
about
need
saving
saving, not
yourself.
the planet.
We need saving. because the way we're
Absolutely.
leaving this planet, I don't know what we leave for our grandkids or our children. So it's amazing that you're doing it.
Thank
Very
you.
proud of
I want
you.
to add, thank you. I want to add one thing. So people see a lot of women think, even homemakers, they do incredible. Even if they have a little bit of time, you don't have to really run an enterprise or, go start an organization. Even little bit of time they have, they can volunteer at a reputed organization, make their time, available to people who need, volunteer, and add value to yourself and to the society. It doesn't have to be big things.
Yeah, yeah. Another thing about sustainability, which I believe in, which my parents, my mom always believed in, and she's been making me do, is we always give her clothes. So anything that we don't need, or it's um, or someone who's needy, or most of the time all my clothes came from my cousins and went back to my cousins. And so that
Right.
system is very, very important. Uh, and so when God gives you
To rotate.
a, a lot of his blessings, when God gives you a lot of his blessings, you should, like they say, you should increase the size of your table, not the size of your fence, and give back.
Absolutely.
Yay!
That's beautifully said.
Ah, thank you, Shiba,
So
for
tell me
joining me for this.
how
Lots
are
of
you?
love to you.
Okay.
Sorry, what were you
Thank
saying?
you for being so
No,
generous.
but what were you
No, I'm
saying?
saying, I want to ask you one thing. How did mother as a person? I mean, you always been happy. Did it give you some kind of a depth?
So there's something wrong with the network. Apparently, there's one guy who even messaged that.
Yeah.
Can you switch off your pressure cooker because there's a sound sound that's coming. It's really funny. But
From your
it's the
side, because
network.
my side it's quiet.
I don't know. I hope it's not there
Okay.
in the end. I don't know, but yeah. What were you asking, Baba? Shilpa, you were saying something?
I asked, how did motherhood change you as a person?
Changed me completely. I think I'm more grateful. I value my time a lot more. I'm more, because I want to work. And when I go to work, I want to make Radha very proud of whatever I'm doing. Um, and that feeling wasn't there before. I wanted to make my parents proud. But now it's a very strong feeling because I'm leaving her behind. So I want to do something that I'm very happy and grateful. I'm very grateful for all the work that I have to do, Shilpa. I'm sure you are also. The fact that we're able to do this and the fact that we're in a position that we can work. I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for Radha. And it's just every day is a miracle with her, right? Like every day is a new day.
Yeah, that's the word.
Every day is just like, every day is a blessing, and every day you're praying and hoping that they're fine. And the amount of prayers, the amount of meditation that you do, just thinking that they should be fine. It's just, oh my God, it's beautiful.
You might be doing for her, but don't you think it's actually you're doing it for yourself also? Like you're becoming a better person, you're more focused, you're more made, streamlined, and
I'm more focused. It's, but I'm really blessed. I'm blessed that she chose me, and she's very, very grateful.
Super. I'm so happy for you, Shreya. I saw you growing up.
You. I know.
Thank you.
But when I met her, we were already married. But you see me going through all, from college to like films to like getting
mad
married.
Dancing.
You see me through my breakups. You see me
Crazy
through like
dancing.
a lot of my crazy dancing. Yeah, this woman has seen me through a lot.
So nice to connect.
Thank you.
It was fabulous talking.
Thank you.
For
very
the
proud of you. Very proud of you. Bye.
Bye.